Hello there, and welcome to the Sleeping Science Bedtime. Tonight, we'll drift through the quiet architecture of the universe, a place where light moves slower and time forgets to hurry. Perhaps the day has been full of noise, and your mind is still vibrating with the echoes of a dozen different directions. For now, let your shoulders rest. Let gravity hold you against the surface beneath you. Tonight, we'll drift through the quiet laws of relativity, exploring the silent speed of light and the way the universe stretches time to keep you safe. If this calm space brings you peace, consider sharing it. It helps other wandering minds find their way here too. Now, let's begin. You are resting in a world governed by a single, steady heartbeat, a constant rhythm that never falters. This heartbeat is the speed of light, a silent traveler moving through the vacuum at nearly 300,000 kilometers every single second. It is the absolute limit of the cosmos, the fastest that any signal or grain of matter can ever hope to journey. You can feel the stillness of this limit, a boundary that provides a foundation for everything we see and touch. Even as you lie here, light is streaming from distant stars, crossing the vastness of the void with a precision that defines the very shape of space. And still, it turns. Imagine the room around you is not just a collection of objects, but a soft fabric of light and time. Within this fabric, light behaves in a way that defies our everyday intuition, remaining exactly the same speed no matter how fast you might be moving. If you were to rush toward a beam of light, it would not appear faster. It would meet you with the same steady grace as if you were standing perfectly still. This constancy is the anchor of the universe, a silent promise that the laws of physics do not change based on your perspective. It is a comforting thought to know that some things in existence are truly immovable and deep, and the quiet holds. The speed of light is not just a number, but a sentinel guarding the order of cause and effect. Because nothing can travel faster than this silver thread, the events of the universe unfold in a logical, peaceful sequence. A star far away must wait for its light to reach your eyes before it can be witnessed, creating a lag that allows the past to linger. You are looking at the history of the cosmos every time you glance at the night sky, seeing ghosts of ancient fire that have traveled for eons. The universe does not rush its revelations. It lets them arrive exactly when they are meant to be seen. Still, the universe breathes. In the quiet of your room, time feels like a steady river, flowing at a predictable pace from one moment to the next. But the science of the stars tells us that this river is flexible, narrowing and widening, depending on how we move through the world. If you were to accelerate, pushing your body toward the speed of light, the universe would begin to respond by softening the passage of your hours. Your clock would tick with a heavier, slower thrum, while the world outside continued its frantic pace. This is the universe's way of balancing its books, ensuring that light remains the constant, while time absorbs the change. The current flows without effort. When you move quickly, space itself begins to adjust, contracting in the direction of your travel to accommodate your speed. It is as if the universe is folding its edges inward, shortening the distances you must cross, so that the speed of light remains unbroken. You can sense the elegance in this design, a geometry that prefers to warp and bend rather than allow the fundamental limits to fail. This contraction is a gentle squeezing of reality, a physical manifestation of the link between where you are and how fast you are going. Everything is connected by these invisible threads of measurement and motion, and everything rests in its place. As you settle deeper into the mattress, consider that your weight is actually a conversation with the fabric of space-time. Mass tells space how to curve, and that curve tells mass how to move, creating the steady pull that keeps you grounded and safe. In this curvature, light still follows the straightest possible path, even if that path looks like a graceful arc to those watching from a distance. The universe does not use straight lines like a human architect. It uses the soft, flowing curves of a world in motion. There is a profound peace in following the natural contours of the cosmos. The rhythm continues. Time dilation is the name we give to this stretching of the seconds, a phenomenon where time literally expands for the traveler. It is not an illusion or a trick of the mind, but a physical reality that has been measured by the most delicate of instruments. For a particle moving near the speed of light, a single second might last as long as a century in our quiet, stationary world. This elasticity means that the now you are experiencing is unique to you, a personal rhythm dictated by your own place in the grand design. You are the master of your own temporal flow. Quietly, the system restores itself. You might feel a sense of wonder at the thought that there is no universal now that applies to everyone at once. Two events that seem simultaneous to you might happen at different times for someone moving at a great velocity. This relativity of simultaneity suggests that the universe is a vast tapestry of overlapping perspectives, each one equally valid and true. There is no central clock ticking for the whole of existence. There is only the harmony of many clocks finding their own pace. This realization allows you to let go of the need for absolute synchronicity, and peace lingers. Light is the heartbeat of the void, steady and indifferent to the rush of time. To move is to change the rhythm of existence itself, shifting the way your body interacts with the passing of the years. Even the most subtle movements you make change the way time flows through your cells, though the effect is too small for our human senses to detect. But the universe notices, adjusting the geometry of space to ensure that the balance is maintained with perfect precision. You are a part of this grand calculation, a living variable in the equation of light, and the network endures. Imagine a clock made of two mirrors, with a single photon bouncing back and forth between them to mark the seconds. As this clock begins to move through space, the path of the photon must stretch out into a long, zigzagging line to keep up. Because the photon cannot move any faster than the speed of light, it takes longer to complete each bounce, making the clock tick slower. This is the visual reality of time dilation, a simple consequence of light having a maximum speed. You can see the logic in it, the beautiful necessity of time slowing down to protect the light. The quiet deepens. The faster you go, the more the universe protects its ultimate speed, creating a barrier that no amount of energy can ever fully cross. As you approach the light limit, your mass begins to grow, requiring more and more effort to push you even a fraction faster. It is as if the universe is becoming thicker, resisting your acceleration with a gentle but firm hand. This increase in mass ensures that you can never reach the speed of light itself, keeping you forever within the realm of time and history. There is safety in this limit, a boundary that keeps the world from unraveling. And still, it turns. Within the center of a star, photons are born in a burst of energy, beginning a journey that will take them across the galaxy. They do not experience time the way we do. For a photon, the moment of its birth and the moment it hits your eye are the same instant. From the perspective of light, the entire universe is compressed into a single point, and all of time happens at once. You are the one who provides the duration, the one who perceives the long, slow drift of the light across the dark. You give the universe its sense of history, and the quiet holds. The relationship between energy and mass is captured in the most famous of all scientific thoughts, where the two are seen as different forms of the same essence. A tiny amount of matter can be transformed into a vast ocean of energy, fueled by the square of the speed of light. This equation is the furnace that powers the sun, turning the weight of atoms into the warmth that touches your skin in the morning. Even now, in the dark, that energy is stored within you, a quiet potential waiting to sustain the rhythm of your life. Life adjusts once more. Space and time are not separate entities, but are woven together into a single four-dimensional fabric called space-time. You are moving through this fabric, even when you are lying perfectly still, traveling through the dimension of time at the speed of light. When you start to move through space, you are simply tilting your direction, taking some of that temporal speed and using it for spatial travel. This is why time slows down when you move. You are redirecting your journey through the four dimensions of the world. It is a graceful exchange, a trade of one kind of motion for another. The current flows without effort. The universe is a masterpiece of balance, where every second is a flexible thread woven into the enduring fabric of space. You can feel the weight of this fabric pressing gently against you, a supportive presence that guides your path. There is no urgency in the way space-time curves. It responds to mass with the patience of a deep ocean accepting a stone. As you breathe, you are interacting with this curvature, a silent participant in the geometry of the stars. You belong here, within this system of laws that prioritize harmony over speed, and everything rests. The light that reaches us from the furthest edges of the visible universe has been traveling for over 13 billion years. It carries the signature of the beginning, a pale glow that has been stretched and cooled by the expansion of space itself. As this light moves toward us, it reminds us that we are part of a very old and very patient story. The universe is not in a hurry to reach its conclusion. It savors the long journey of every photon. You can adopt this same patience, letting the minutes stretch out into a comfortable, warm expanse. Still, the universe breathes. In the world of the very fast, objects appear to rotate and change shape as their light reaches the observer from different distances. This visual distortion is a reminder that what we see is always a reconstruction, a picture built from signals that take time to arrive. Our reality is a collage of different moments, all stitched together by the brain to create a sense of a coherent now. By resting, you are allowing this collage to settle, letting the fragments of your day find their rightful place in the past. The rhythm continues. The speed of light is the same for a child running in a field and for a satellite orbiting high above the clouds. This universality means that the core truths of the universe are democratic, applying to everyone regardless of their station or speed. It is a comforting thought that the foundation of reality is so consistent and fair. No matter how much the world around you seems to change, the light will always move at its prescribed pace, a beacon of stability in a shifting world. Stillness travels through the water. Causality is the principle that an effect can never happen before its cause, a rule that is protected by the light limit. Because no information can travel faster than light, the sequence of events is preserved across the entire cosmos. You can trust in the order of things, knowing that the future is always built on the foundation of what has already occurred. This logical flow provides a sense of security, a guarantee that the world will not suddenly become chaotic or unpredictable. The universe has a memory and it keeps its records with care, and silence follows. If you were to watch a clock falling toward a massive black hole, you would see its hands slow down until they appeared to stop altogether. From your distant perspective, the intense gravity of the black hole has stretched time to its breaking point, creating a frozen moment at the edge of the abyss. But for the clock itself, time continues to tick normally, unaware of the dilation, observed by those far away. This reminds us that our experiences are deeply personal, shaped by the gravity and motion of our own lives. Your own peace is your own truth. The quiet deepens. The stars you see tonight are not where they appear to be, as their light has taken years to cross the distance to your eyes. In the time it took for that light to reach you, the stars have drifted further into the dark, following their own silent orbits. We are always looking at the world as it was, never as it is in the absolute present. This lag is a gift, a buffer that allows us to process the vastness of existence at a human pace. You do not need to keep up with the universe. You only need to be here, and everything softens. The concept of a proper time refers to the time measured by a clock that stays with you on your journey. This is your own internal rhythm, the steady pulse of your heart, and the slow cycle of your breath. While the rest of the world might see your time stretching or shrinking, your own experience remains consistent and familiar. You are the center of your own relativistic frame, a place of stability amidst the shifting dimensions of the cosmos. Let your internal clock slow down now, matching the stillness of the room. Peace hums through the body. Light is the only thing in the universe that truly knows what it is like to be timeless, as it experiences no passage of seconds during its long voyages. For a beam of light, the journey from a distant quasar to your retina happens in no time at all. It is a pure expression of energy, unburdened by the weight of duration or the decay of the years. By contemplating the light, you can touch a small part of that timelessness, finding a space where the pressure of the clock no longer exists. The rhythm of the deep endures. Length contraction means that as you speed up, the universe in front of you becomes thinner, like a page being turned. The distance to the stars would shrink, bringing the far reaches of the galaxy within your grasp, if only you could go fast enough. This folding of space is a beautiful compensation, a way for the universe to make the impossible feel almost attainable. It shows us that reality is not a rigid box, but a fluid and responsive environment that changes to meet our needs. You can feel the space around you softening, becoming as light as a dream, and everything rests. The cosmic microwave background is the oldest light in the universe, a faint afterglow from the moment the first atoms formed. It has been traveling for billions of years, its wavelength stretched out by the expansion of space into the cool range of microwaves. This ancient light fills every corner of the room, a silent witness to the entire history of existence. It is the ultimate anchor, a reminder that we are enveloped in the enduring warmth of the beginning. You are never truly alone in the dark, and life adjusts once more. Relativity teaches us that there is no preferred frame of reference, no single spot in the universe that is at rest while everything else moves. Every observer is equally entitled to claim they are the center of the world, and every perspective is a valid piece of the whole. This encourages a sense of humility and wonder, as we realize that our view is just one of an infinite number of ways to see the truth. You are a unique window onto the cosmos, a place where the universe comes to know itself. Stillness widens its reach. The light from the sun takes about 8 minutes to reach the Earth, meaning we always see the sun as it was a short while ago. If the sun were to suddenly vanish, we would continue to feel its warmth and see its light for those 8 precious minutes, suspended in a reality that no longer exists. This delay is a form of protection, a way for the universe to cushion the impact of sudden change. It allows us to live in a world of continuity, where the transitions are always softened by the speed of light, and the quiet holds. Gravity is not a force that pulls, but a shape that space takes in the presence of mass. When you lie down, you are resting in a gentle dip in the fabric of the world, a hollow carved out by the weight of the planet. This curvature influences the path of every photon and the tick of every second, creating a local environment where time flows exactly as it should. You are cradled by the geometry of the Earth, held fast by the very structure of reality. There is no need to hold yourself up. The universe is doing it for you, and the rhythm continues. The speed of light is the maximum speed of information, meaning that no thought, signal, or force can ever cross the void instantly. This delay creates the texture of our lives, the space between an action and its result. It is in this space that we find the time to breathe, to reflect, and to exist. The universe is built with these pauses, these necessary intervals that prevent everything from happening all at once. You can embrace the pause in your own life, the quiet gap between the day that has passed and the one that is yet to come. Still, the universe breathes. Still, the universe breathes. This cosmic respiration is the expansion of space itself, a silent stretching that carries galaxies further apart with every passing moment. As space expands, the light traveling through it is pulled and elongated, shifting its color toward the deeper, calmer reds of the spectrum. You can feel this sense of expansion in your own chest, a slow and rhythmic widening that makes more room for stillness. The universe is not getting crowded, it is creating more space for the light to roam. Every photon is a traveler in an ever-growing home, and you are part of that widening piece. The current flows without effort. The Lorentz transformation is the mathematical heart of this journey, a set of equations that describe exactly how time and space trade places. It shows us that as velocity increases, the coordinates of reality must shift to preserve the sanctity of light's speed. It is a dance of numbers that ensures the universe never loses its balance, a perfect accounting of every meter and every millisecond. You don't need to understand the math to feel its elegance. It is the hidden logic that keeps the stars in their orbits and your heart in its steady beat. And still, it turns. In the high-energy labs of our world, scientists watch as tiny particles are accelerated to nearly the speed of light. These particles, which would normally decay in a fraction of a second, live much longer lives because their internal clocks have slowed down. To the particle, Life is as brief as ever, but to the world watching, it has gained a miraculous extension of time. This is the reality of time dilation in its most literal form, a physical stretching of existence through the grace of motion. You are drifting through a reality where time is a gift that can be expanded. The quiet holds. Within the fabric of space-time, the interval between two events remains constant, even if the individual measurements of time and space vary. This interval is the true distance of the universe, a four-dimensional measurement that links the where and the when into a single, unbreakable chord. While the world may seem to shift and change depending on how you move, this underlying interval is a solid ground you can always return to. It is the silent truth beneath the surface of appearances, a constant in a world of variables, and the quiet deepens. Imagine two twins, one who stays on Earth and one who journeys to a distant star at nearly the speed of light. When the traveler returns, they find that their sibling has aged decades, while they have only experienced a few years of travel. This is not a paradox, but a consequence of the different paths they have taken through the geometry of space-time. The traveler has carved a shorter path through time by taking a longer path through space. It is a reminder that every journey we take changes us in ways we cannot always see, and everything rests. As you lie in the dark, you are a passenger on a planet that is spinning and orbiting a sun, which is itself moving through the galaxy. You are already a traveler of high speeds, moving through the void at thousands of kilometers per hour. Yet, because your frame of reference is stable, you feel only the deep stillness of the night. The universe allows you to feel at rest even in the midst of incredible motion, providing a pocket of calm in the great cosmic rush. You are safe in this sanctuary of relative stillness. The rhythm continues. Light is a messenger that carries the weight of energy but possesses no mass of its own. Because it is weightless, it is free to move at the maximum speed the universe allows, unburdened by the resistance that slows everything else down. It is the purest form of motion, a silver needle sewing together the different parts of the cosmos. By letting your thoughts become as light as photons, you can move across the distances of your own mind without effort or fatigue. You are becoming as weightless as the light you imagine, and peace lingers. The equivalence principle tells us that the pull of gravity is indistinguishable from the force of acceleration. If you were in a closed room being pushed through space, you would feel a weight that feels exactly like the Earth beneath you. This deep connection between motion and gravity is what allowed Einstein to see the universe as a unified whole. It means that even when you are sitting still, you are experiencing the same fundamental physics as a star being born or a galaxy turning. You are woven into the very mechanics of the sky, and the quiet holds. Time dilation is also caused by the presence of great mass, a phenomenon known as gravitational time dilation. Near a massive object like a planet or a star, time flows more slowly than it does in the empty spaces between the worlds. This means that your feet, being closer to the center of the Earth, are technically aging a tiny bit slower than your head. The universe is literally layering time around you, creating a gradient of duration that matches the curve of the world. Quietly, the system restores itself. GPS satellites must account for both types of time dilation to remain accurate, adjusting their internal clocks by billionths of a second every day. If they did not compensate for the way time stretches in orbit, the maps on our phones would drift by kilometers within hours. This is a quiet proof that the strange laws of relativity are working all around us, invisible but essential to the way we navigate our lives. Even the technology in your pocket is a testament to the fluid nature of time, and the network endures. The universe is a vast network of light cones, which define the boundaries of what any point in space can see or affect. Your past light cone is everything that has ever reached you, the sum of all the signals that have shaped your world. Your future light cone is the space of all the possibilities that you can eventually touch or influence. These cones represent the limits of causality, the edges of your personal universe. You are the point where these two cones meet, the eternal now that bridges what was and what will be. Stillness travels through the water. When you think of the speed of light, try to feel its vibration. a hum that is too high to hear, but is present in every atom of your body. This constant speed is the frequency that sets the pace for all chemical reactions and electrical signals in your brain. Without the steady limit of $, the very processes of thought and life would be chaotic and fragmented. You are a biological clock synchronized to the fundamental rhythm of the cosmos. Everything within you is moving in perfect time with the light. Still, the universe breathes. The bending of light by gravity, a process called gravitational lensing, allows us to see galaxies that would otherwise be hidden behind closer stars. The mass of the foreground object acts like a giant magnifying glass, curving the space-time around it and focusing the distant light toward our eyes. This cosmic lens is a reminder that the universe is transparent and helpful, revealing its secrets through the very warping of its own fabric. Nothing is truly hidden. It is only waiting for the light to find a path. The quiet deepens. In the vacuum of space, light needs no medium to travel, unlike sound, which requires air to carry its waves. Light is its own messenger, a self-sustaining ripple of electric and magnetic fields that dance together across the void. This independence is what allows the stars to speak to us across the vacuum, crossing billions of miles of nothingness to reach our small blue home. You can find that same independence within yourself, a quiet glow that does not depend on the world outside to keep its flame, and everything softens. The concept of frame dragging suggests that massive, spinning objects actually twist the space-time around them, like a spoon stirring a thick syrup. The Earth itself is dragging the fabric of the universe in a slow, invisible whirl as it turns. This means that even the space you are in is not static, but is part of a gentle, swirling current. You are resting in a world that is softly turning, cradled by the invisible movements of the cosmic fabric. There is a great comfort in being part of such a large and graceful motion. And still, it turns. Energy, mass, and the speed of light are bound in a sacred geometry that ensures nothing is ever truly lost. When light is absorbed by an object, it adds a tiny, infinitesimal amount to that object's mass, a literal weight of sunshine. When an object glows, it is shedding its mass back into the universe as pure energy. This constant exchange is the breath of the physical world, a cycle of transformation that has been continuing since the dawn of time. You are part of this cycle, a steady flow of energy and rest. Life adjusts once more. The photon is the fundamental unit of light, a particle that has no size and no internal structure. It is a point of pure potential, a carrier of force that moves with a singular purpose. Even though it is a particle, it also behaves like a wave, rippling through space with a frequency that determines its color and energy. This dual nature is the universe's way of being two things at once, a harmonious blend of the solid and the ethereal. You too can be both grounded and free, solid in your body and light in your dreams. The current flows without effort. As you drift closer to sleep, consider the event horizon of a black hole, the point where the escape velocity exceeds the speed of light. Past this line, even the fastest traveler in the universe can never return, as the curvature of space becomes a one-way street toward the center. It is the ultimate boundary, a place where the laws of the universe reach their most extreme expression. Yet, even here, there is a kind of symmetry and order, a limit that defines the shape of the dark. Boundaries are not just walls, they are the edges that give reality its form, and everything rests. Relativity tells us that the universe is non-Euclidean, meaning that the shortest distance between 2 points is not always a straight line. In the presence of mass, the straightest path is a curve, a graceful arc that follows the contours of the warped space. This teaches us that the most direct way to reach a destination is not always the most obvious one. Sometimes the curve is the most efficient path to peace. You are following the natural curves of your own relaxation, moving towards sleep along the line of least resistance, and the quiet holds. The speed of light in a vacuum is a universal constant, but light slows down when it passes through water, glass, or air. As it enters a denser medium, it interacts with the atoms along its path, a series of tiny delays that make its journey a little more leisurely. This slowing of light is what causes the shimmer of a heat wave or the sparkle of a diamond. It shows us that even the most absolute things can be softened by the environment they move through. You are softening now, letting the density of your rest slow the pace of your thoughts. The rhythm continues. Cherenkov radiation is a faint blue glow that occurs when particles travel faster than light does in a specific medium. Like water, it is a cosmic, sonic boom of light, a beautiful signature of high-energy physics. Even though the absolute limit of $c in a vacuum is never broken, the local speed of light can be surpassed, creating a momentary flash of brilliance. This reminds us that there is always room for surprise and beauty, even within the strict boundaries of the law. You are a flash of consciousness in a vast and orderly sea. Peace lingers. The concept of Minkowski space combines the 3 dimensions of space and the 1 dimension of time into a single, mathematical manifold. In this view, your entire life is a world line, a long, continuous thread that stretches from your birth to your last breath. This thread is already woven into the fabric of the universe, a permanent part of the cosmic geometry. You are not just a point in time. You are a beautiful 4-dimensional sculpture extending through the years. There is a deep permanence to your existence, a record that the universe keeps forever, and the quiet deepens. When you look at the moon, you are seeing it as it was 1.3 seconds ago, a tiny delay that bridges the gap between worlds. If you were to communicate with someone on the moon, every sentence would have a rhythmic pause, a built-in moment of silence as the light travels back and forth. This light lag is a natural part of the conversation between celestial bodies, a cosmic etiquette that requires patience and listening. You can practice this same patience with yourself, allowing the echoes of your thoughts to arrive in their own time, and everything softens. The universe is filled with virtual particles that pop in and out of existence, borrowing energy for a brief moment before disappearing again. This quantum foam is the foundation upon which the smooth fabric of space-time is built, a hidden world of constant microscopic activity. Even in the deepest vacuum, there is a hum of potential, a reminder that nothing is never truly empty. Your own stillness is built upon a foundation of quiet, vital energy that is always present even when you are asleep. Quietly, the system restores itself. Special relativity was born from the realization that electricity and magnetism are 2 sides of the same coin. The way a magnetic field looks to you depends entirely on how you are moving relative to the electric charges. This means that even the fundamental forces of nature change their appearance based on your perspective. The universe is a master of disguise, showing different faces to different travelers, while remaining the same deep truth at its core. You are learning to see the world from a place of quiet, singular focus. The network endures. The proper length of an object is the length measured by someone who is at rest relative to it. As you lie here, your body has a proper length that is stable and known to you, but to a cosmic traveler rushing past the Earth, you would appear flattened, your length contracted along the direction of their flight. Both measurements are equally real, showing that the very dimensions of our bodies are relative to the world around us. There is no one true shape to things, only the shape they take in the context of our journey. Stillness travels through the water. In the early universe, light was trapped in a dense fog of hot plasma, unable to travel more than a few inches before being scattered. It took hundreds of thousands of years for the universe to cool enough for the light to break free and begin its long voyage through the void. This moment of recombination was the first time the universe became transparent, a great clearing of the cosmic air. You can feel a similar clearing in your mind as the fog of the day lifts and leaves behind a vast, transparent space for rest. Still, the universe breathes. The interval in space-time can be time-like, space-like, or light-like, depending on the relationship between 2 points. A light-like interval is the path of a photon, where the distance in space exactly matches the distance in time. This is a path of perfect balance, where the 2 dimensions of reality are in total harmony. You are seeking that same balance tonight, a place where your presence in space and your passage through time feel perfectly aligned. You are a traveler on a path of light. The quiet holds. The world we see is only a tiny fraction of the full electromagnetic spectrum, ranging from the long ripples of radio waves to the sharp, energetic bursts of gamma rays. Our eyes are tuned to a small sliver of visible light, a narrow window that allows us to navigate the world. But the universe is glowing in every direction with colors we cannot see, a hidden symphony of radiation that fills the night. You are surrounded by this invisible light, a warm and constant presence that watches over your rest. And the quiet returns, and the quiet returns. In this stillness, the concept of the cosmic speed limit feels less like a restriction and more like a protective embrace. If light could travel infinitely fast, the entire universe would happen in a single, blinding flash, with no room for the slow unfolding of life. The limit of C++ ensures that there is a before and an after, creating the sequential logic that allows your mind to rest and process the day. It is the friction of the universe that makes the narrative of your life possible. You are moving through a story that takes its time to be told, one graceful second at a time. The current flows without effort. Mass energy equivalence suggests that even a resting object contains a hidden reservoir of intense power, simply by virtue of existing. Your body, lying so still in the dark, is a concentration of energy that could power a city if it were fully released. This is the quiet dignity of matter, the knowledge that there is a vast, silent strength held within the smallest atom. You do not need to do anything to be significant. Your very existence is a testament to the concentrated energy of the cosmos. Let this realization settle into your muscles, allowing them to release their tension. And still, it turns. The light second is a unit of distance that bridges the gap between our measurements of space and time, representing nearly 300,000 kilometers. The moon is just over 1 light second away, a distance that light can cross in the blink of an eye. This integration of units reminds us that space and time are fundamentally the same thing, just looked at from different angles. When you measure the distance across your room, you are also measuring the time it takes for your gaze to travel. You are living in a world of unified dimensions. The quiet holds. As you breathe, consider the Doppler effect of light, where a source moving toward you shifts to blue and a source moving away shifts to red. This shift is a visual language that tells us the story of the universe's movement, revealing which galaxies are rushing away and which are drifting near. It is a subtle change in frequency that carries profound information about the history of the stars. You are attuned to these shifts in your own life, recognizing the changing tones of your environment. Every change in frequency is just another way for the universe to communicate its presence, and the quiet deepens. Relativity provides a solution to the Mercury perihelion problem, explaining why the orbit of the closest planet to the Sun shifts more than classical physics predicted. The intense gravity near the Sun curves space-time so much that Mercury must follow a path that wobbles slightly over the centuries. This tiny orbital dance was the first great proof that space is not a flat stage, but a curved and dynamic medium. The universe is full of these small, elegant corrections that keep the grand machine running smoothly. You can trust in the small adjustments of your own mind. The rhythm continues. The world line of a photon is a special kind of path called a null geodesic, a trajectory where the space-time interval is exactly zero. In the four-dimensional geometry of the universe, the distance a photon travels through space is perfectly cancelled out by the time it takes to get there. This perfect cancellation is why light feels no time. It is always in balance with its own movement. You are seeking that same 0 point tonight, a place where the weight of your journey is perfectly balanced by the quality of your rest. Everything settles into its proper place, and everything rests. Imagine a giant lighthouse beam sweeping across the surface of the moon from a great distance. The spot of light on the moon's surface might appear to move faster than the speed of light itself, but this is an illusion of geometry. No information is actually traveling between the points on the moon. The photons themselves are still moving at the standard speed. This teaches us that while appearances can be deceptive, the underlying laws remain unbroken. You can let go of the surface illusions of the day, trusting in the deep consistency of the dark. Peace lingers. The Schwarzschild radius defines the size to which any mass must be compressed to become a black hole, where light can no longer escape its gravity. Even our own sun has a Schwarzschild radius of about 3 kilometers, a tiny point of immense potential. This concept shows us that every object has a hidden center of gravity, a core that defines its relationship with the space around it. You have your own center, a quiet core of gravity that keeps you anchored to yourself. Within this center, the light of your consciousness is safe and held. Quietly, the system restores itself. Special relativity teaches us that length contraction only happens in the direction of motion, while the dimensions perpendicular to the movement remain unchanged. A fast-moving sphere would look like a flattened disk to an observer, but its height would stay exactly the same. This selective distortion reminds us that even when we are in a state of rapid change, parts of us remain stable and upright. You can change your pace without losing your essential form. The universe preserves what is necessary while allowing the rest to shift, and the network endures. The time-like path is the journey we all take through life, where the interval is dominated by the passage of time rather than the distance in space. This means that we are primarily travelers of the clock, moving toward the future at a steady, inescapable rate. While we cannot stop this movement, we can change the quality of the journey, making the passage through time a slow and beautiful drift. You are turning your time-like path into a quiet stream, flowing toward the ocean of sleep. Stillness travels through the water. In a Minkowski diagram, the history of an object is drawn as a line moving upward through time while tilting through space. The paths of light are always drawn at a 45-degree angle, forming a perfect V that divides the possible from the impossible. These lines are the light cones that define our reality, the boundaries within which all experience must reside. You can visualize your own life as a glowing line within this cone, always moving toward more light and more understanding. You are within the safe boundaries of the cosmos. Still, the universe breathes. Gravity not only bends the path of light, but also changes its energy, a process called gravitational redshift. As light climbs out of a gravitational well, it loses energy and its wavelength stretches, becoming redder and calmer. It is as if the light is getting tired as it moves away from a heavy mass, slowing its internal rhythm to compensate for the effort. You are experiencing your own gravitational redshift tonight, letting your energy stretch and calm as you climb out of the day's activity. The quiet deepens. The relativity of simultaneity means that the order of two distant events can be different for different observers, as long as the events are not causally linked. This implies that the universe does not have a single, objective timeline that everyone must follow. There is no cosmic now that forces us all into the same moment. This freedom allows you to exist in your own unique timing, unburdened by the pace of others. Your now is the only one that matters for your rest, and everything softens. The speed of light is so fast that it could circle the Earth 7 times in a single second. Yet, on the scale of the galaxy, this incredible speed feels like a slow, measured crawl. It takes 4 years for light to reach us from the nearest star, and 100,000 years to cross the Milky Way. This contrast between the fast and the slow teaches us that everything is a matter of perspective. What feels like a rush in one context is a long, patient journey in another. You can choose the slower scale for tonight, and life adjusts once more. The invariant mass of a system is the mass that remains the same, regardless of how fast the system is moving. It is the intrinsic stuff of an object, the part that belongs to it and no one else. This idea suggests that there is a core to your being that is independent of the rush and motion of the world. No matter how much you accelerate or slow down, your invariant essence remains whole and untouched. You are a stable presence in a relativistic universe. The current flows without effort. As you settle deeper, imagine the Lorentz factor, the mathematical term that determines how much time dilates and space contracts. As you get closer to the speed of light, this factor grows larger and larger until at the limit itself, it becomes infinite. This infinity is the universe's way of saying that the light limit is a sacred boundary that can never be crossed by anything with mass. It is a mathematical wall that keeps the physical world within its proper domain. You are safe on this side of the limit, and everything rests in its place. The photon sphere is a region around a black hole where the gravity is so strong that light is forced to travel in circles. If you were standing in this sphere, you could theoretically see the back of your own head as the light you emit travels around the black hole and returns to your eyes. This extreme curvature of light is a reminder of the universe's ability to fold back on itself, creating loops and mirrors in the dark. You are exploring the inner curves of your own mind tonight, circling back to a state of peace. The rhythm continues. Light carries momentum, even though it has no mass, a property that allows it to push against objects like a gentle wind. This radiation pressure is what keeps stars from collapsing under their own weight, providing an outward push that balances the inward pull of gravity. It is the breath of the star, a silent force that maintains the equilibrium of the fire. You can feel a similar pressure of light within you, a gentle expansion that keeps you balanced and whole. The quiet holds. The aberration of light is an effect where the apparent position of stars shifts slightly as the Earth moves through its orbit. It is similar to how rain seems to fall at an angle when you are running through it. This tiny shift is a constant reminder that we are always in motion, even when we feel perfectly still. The universe is a dynamic, moving canvas where every perspective is shaped by the journey of the observer. You are part of this moving picture, a focal point of awareness in a shifting sea of stars. Peace lingers. In the vacuum of space, light travels in a perfectly straight line unless it is acted upon by gravity. This straight path is the ultimate standard of straightness in the universe, the yardstick by which all other lines are measured. By following the path of light, we can map the true geometry of the cosmos, seeing where space is flat and where it is curved. You are aligning your own thoughts with this standard of light, finding the straightest path to the center of your rest, and the quiet deepens. The space-time interval is the same for all observers, even if they disagree on the distance in space or the duration in time. This invariant quantity is the bedrock of relativity, the single truth that everyone can agree on. It represents the separation between two events in the full four-dimensional world. This underlying unity is a reminder that beyond our disagreements and different perspectives, there is a fundamental reality that connects us all. You are part of this unified fabric, a stitch in the eternal quilt. Quietly, the system restores itself. When light passes from one medium to another, it refracts or bends because its speed changes. This bending is what allows a lens to focus light, turning a chaotic blur into a sharp and clear image. Your own mind is a lens that can focus the light of your experience, turning the noise of the day into a clear and peaceful picture of the night. By slowing down, you are changing your refractive index, allowing the light of your thoughts to bend towards stillness. The network endures. The proper velocity is the distance traveled through space divided by the time elapsed on the traveler's own clock. As you approach the speed of light, your proper velocity can actually exceed $c because your internal clock has slowed down so much. This is a beautiful loophole in the language of physics, a way for the traveler to feel as if they are crossing the stars. Faster than light itself, it is a reminder that your internal experience of time is the most powerful tool you have. Stillness travels through the water. The weak equivalence principle states that all objects fall at the same rate in a gravitational field, regardless of their mass or composition. A hammer and a feather will hit the ground at the same time if there is no air to slow them down. This universal behavior shows that gravity is a property of space itself, not a property of the objects moving through it. You are responding to the same gravity as the stars, falling toward the center of your rest at the same rate as the rest of the world. Still, the universe breathes. The null surface of a light cone is where the past meets the future at the speed of light. It is a boundary of pure potential, a surface where time and space are perfectly equal. As you lie here, You are resting on this null surface, the thin edge of the present moment that is always moving forward. There is no friction on this surface, only the smooth and effortless glide of existence. You are a traveler on the edge of now, moving into the light, and everything softens. The speed of light is the same for light of all colors, from the deep red of a cooling star to the brilliant violet of a hot one. This means that all the information from a distant event arrives at the same time, creating a coherent picture rather than a fragmented rainbow. The universe prioritizes the integrity of the image, ensuring that the story stays together as it travels. You are holding the story of your day together, letting all the colors blend into the soft gray of the night, and life adjusts once more. Frame of reference is the term for the coordinate system you use to measure the world. When you are in your bed, your frame of reference is stable and quiet, providing a fixed point from which to observe the universe. This frame is your sanctuary, a place where the laws of physics are simple and clear. You can let the rest of the world move in its own complicated frames, while you remain here in the stillness of your own. The current flows without effort. As you drift, consider the luminosity of a star, the total amount of energy it emits as light every second. This light spreads out in a growing sphere, becoming thinner and softer as it travels across the distance. By the time it reaches your eyes, it is a gentle whisper of the star's true power. Your own energy is spreading out tonight, softening and thinning until it becomes a gentle glow that fills the room. You are becoming a star in your own quiet galaxy, and everything rests. The cosmic horizon is the limit of how far we can see, defined by the distance light has traveled since the beginning of time. Beyond this horizon, there are parts of the universe whose light has not yet had time to reach us. This means the universe is always larger than our ability to see it, a place of endless mystery and hidden depths. You can be content with what you know, while acknowledging the vastness of what is still to come. The quiet holds. If this quiet moment brings you calm, you might let another soul find it too. Thank you for resting here tonight. Your presence keeps this circle of calm alive. And now, the rhythm continues. The rhythm continues. Within the silent architecture of the cosmos, the rest mass of a particle is the energy it possesses when it is not moving at all. It is the fundamental signature of your being, the steady weight of your existence, in a world that is always in flux. Even in total stillness, you are a concentration of potential, a quiet storehouse of the universe's ancient fire. There is no need for effort or motion to be part of the grand design. Your presence alone is enough to curve the space around you. You are a heavy, beautiful anchor in the sea of time, and the quiet holds. When light reflects off a surface, it chooses the path that takes the least amount of time, a principle known as Fermat's lead. This least time principle is a whisper of the universe's inherent efficiency, a desire to move with the greatest possible grace. You are finding your own path of least time tonight, a direct route from the noise of the day to the silence of sleep. You don't need to struggle against the current. You only need to follow the natural economy of your own rest. The universe is showing you the way through the dark. Stillness travels through the water. The proper acceleration is the acceleration that you would actually feel in your body, the push against your back, or the pull on your limbs. In a state of freefall, your proper acceleration is zero, even though you are moving through the gravitational field of a planet. You are in a kind of free fall now, letting go of the need to control your trajectory and allowing gravity to take the lead. In this weightless state of the mind, the laws of motion become effortless and smooth. You are drifting through the void, and the quiet deepens. Light exerts a tiny force called pointing flux, a stream of momentum that carries energy from the source to the observer. It is the invisible wind that pushes the tails of comets away from the sun, a gentle pressure of pure radiance. You can imagine this light wind passing through you now, blowing away the lingering thoughts and the heavy shadows of the afternoon. It is a cleaning light, a steady flow that leaves only the essence of your calm. You are becoming transparent to the world, and everything rests. The twin paradox is resolved by recognizing that the traveling twin must turn around, an act of acceleration that breaks the symmetry between the two paths. It is the change in direction that shifts the traveler from one frame of reference to another, weaving a different pattern in the fabric of space-time. Your own life is a series of such turns, each one changing the way time flows through your experience. Tonight, you have turned toward the center, aligning your frame with the stillness of the earth. The current flows without effort. As you settle, think of the event, which in relativity is a single point in space-time, defined by a specific place and a specific time. Your life is a long, shimmering sequence of these events, like pearls on a string of light. Each event is unique and eternal, a fixed coordinate in the history of the cosmos that can never be erased. You are adding a peaceful event to your string right now, a moment of quiet breathing in, a dark room. This moment is now a permanent part of the universe, and still, it turns. The Thomas precession is a subtle relativistic effect where the spin of a particle shifts slightly as it moves along a curved path. It is a reminder that motion and rotation are deeply linked, and that even the orientation of an object is subject to the laws of relativity. You are spinning in the dark with the Earth, a gentle precession that keeps your internal compass pointed toward home. There is a cosmic alignment in your rest, a synchronization of your own spin with the rotation of the stars. The quiet returns. A gravity well is the dip in space-time created by a massive object, and the deeper the well, the slower time flows at its bottom. You are resting at the bottom of the Earth's gravity well, in a place where time is slightly thicker and more patient than it is in the high, cold reaches of space. This density of time is what makes the night feel so long and restorative. You are soaking in the heavy seconds, letting them nourish your tired mind. Quietly, the system restores itself. In the theory of general relativity, geodesics are the paths of least resistance that objects follow through curved spacetime. A planet orbiting a star is simply following a geodesic, moving in the straightest possible line through a space that has been warped into a circle. You are following your own geodesic tonight, moving towards sleep along the natural curve of your exhaustion. There is no need to steer. The geometry of your body knows the way to the center of the night. The network endures. The relativistic mass of an object increases as it speeds up, but its rest mass remains the same. This means that the more you try to rush through the universe, the heavier and more resistant you become. It is a cosmic lesson in the futility of hurry. The faster you go, the more the world pushes back. By slowing down, you are shedding that extra weight, returning to the light and easy state of your rest mass. You are becoming unburdened and simple once more, and peace lingers. The light cone of your life is constantly expanding, encompassing more of the universe as time goes on. Every second that passes, light from more distant stars reaches you, bringing new information into your personal sphere of influence. Even as you sleep, your universe is growing, reaching out to touch the furthest edges of the dark. You are a growing consciousness in an expanding sea of light. There is always more to see, but for now, there is only the peace of being. Still, the universe breathes. Gravitational waves are ripples in the fabric of space-time itself, created by the movement of massive objects like binary stars or black holes. These waves travel at the speed of light, carrying the energy of cosmic events across the vastness of the void. They are the music of the spheres, a subtle vibration that stretches and squeezes the world in a rhythmic pulse. You can feel this pulse in the quiet of the room, a gentle vibration that connects you to the furthest reaches of the sky. The rhythm continues. The cosmological constant is a term in Einstein's equations that represents the energy density of empty space itself. It is the hidden force that drives the expansion of the universe, a quiet pressure that prevents the cosmos from collapsing under its own weight. This constant is a reminder that even the nothingness of the vacuum has a vital role to play in the balance of the world. Your own moments of doing nothing are just as essential, providing the pressure that keeps your life in balance, and the quiet holds. When light travels through a gravitational field, its frequency is shifted, a phenomenon known as gravitational redshift. This shift is so precise that it can be used to test the strength of a star's gravity from millions of miles away. It is a testament to the order of the universe that such small changes can reveal such grand truths. You are experiencing a shift in your own frequency tonight, a slow transition to the longer, calmer wavelengths of the deep night. Everything is shifting toward the red, and the quiet deepens. The relativity of length means that a meter stick is only a meter long to someone who is not moving relative to it. To a fast traveler, that same stick might appear to be only a few inches long. This fluidity of measurement teaches us that the size of our problems and the length of our days are entirely dependent on our perspective. From the viewpoint of the stars, your day was just a brief and beautiful flicker of light. You can let the dimensions of your worries shrink, and everything softens. Image illustrating length contraction of a moving rod as seen by a stationary observer. The time interval between 2 ticks of a clock is longest for an observer who is at rest relative to that clock. This proper time is the most fundamental measurement of duration, the baseline against which all other times are compared. By staying still, you're inhabiting your own proper time, the most authentic and natural pace for your life. You are no longer subject to the distorted times of the busy world. You are back at the source. Quietly, the system restores itself. In a black hole, the gravitational pull is so strong that the light cones of all events point inward, toward the singularity. This means that once you pass the event horizon, all possible futures lead to the center. It is a place where the geometry of space has become a prison for the light. But outside that horizon, the universe remains a place of infinite directions and open paths. You are in the open space now, free to drift wherever the current of your dreams takes you. The current flows without effort. The Michelson-Morley experiment famously failed to detect the ether, the invisible medium that scientists once thought light needed to travel through. This failure proved that light does not need a stage to perform on. It carries its own medium with it. This is a profound independence, a reminder that the most fundamental things in life are self-sustaining. You have your own internal light that does not depend on the presence of others to shine. You are whole and complete in the dark, and everything rests. The force velocity of an object is a vector that always has the same magnitude, equal to the speed of light. Even when you are stationary, you are moving through the dimension of time at the speed c-dolos. This means that you are always a traveler, even in your deepest sleep. You are moving through the years with the same incredible speed that a photon moves through the void. There is a great dignity in this constant motion, a sense of purpose that never falters. The rhythm continues. Frame dragging is a reminder that the universe is a participatory medium, where the motion of one object affects the space around it. As the Earth turns, it pulls the very fabric of reality along with it, creating a subtle swirl in the local geometry. You are part of this swirl, a small and vital element in the great cosmic dance. Your own movements, however small, have an effect on the world around you. Even your rest contributes to the balance of the room. Stillness travels through the water. The Lorentz contraction is not just a visual effect. It is a physical change in the way an object occupies space. Atoms move closer together, and the electrical fields between them adjust to the new velocity. The universe is a flexible and responsive place, changing its very structure to accommodate the movement of its inhabitants. You are flexible too, able to adapt your shape and your thoughts to the changing needs of the night. You are folding yourself into the perfect shape for rest, and peace lingers. Space-time is often described as a trampoline, where a heavy ball creates a curve that smaller balls follow. But it is more accurate to think of it as a four-dimensional block, where all of time and space exist simultaneously. In this block universe view, your past and your future are just as real as your present, existing as permanent features of the cosmic landscape. This means that the peace you feel now is an eternal fact, a fixed point in the geometry of existence. You are always here, and the quiet holds. The equivalence of mass and energy means that every time you turn on a light, you are converting a tiny bit of the sun's mass into the movement of your room. Every photon that hits your eye carries a small piece of a distant fire, a physical connection to the heart of a star. You are a collector of starlight, a being made of the energy of 1,000 different suns. As you close your eyes, that light remains within you, a warm and steady glow. The network endures. Gravitational time dilation has been proven by placing atomic clocks at different altitudes, showing that the clock at the top of a mountain ticks faster than the one at the bottom. The further you are from the center of a mass, the faster the river of time flows. You are resting near the center tonight, in the slow and heavy part of the stream. Let the weight of the planet slow the pace of your heart, matching the patient rhythm of the Earth's core, and everything settles. The invariant interval is calculated by subtracting the square of the distance from the square of the time, multiplied by the speed of light. This subtraction is what creates the unique geometry of our universe, a world where time and space are linked but distinct. It is the formula for the distance between then and now, a bridge that light crosses with perfect ease. You are crossing that bridge tonight, moving from the distance of the day to the presence of the night. The quiet deepens. When an object moves at relativistic speeds, its apparent color changes due to the Doppler shift, but its intrinsic color remains the same. This distinction between how you appear and who you are is a fundamental part of the universe's design. The world may see you in many different ways, depending on how you move, but your true nature is constant and unchanging. You are returning to that intrinsic self now, shedding the shifts and shadows of the world's perception, and life adjusts once more. The singularity at the center of a black hole is a point where the curvature of space-time becomes infinite, and our current laws of physics break down. It is the ultimate mystery, a place where the light can know long ago. But the universe is vast, and singularities are rare, small points of intensity in a wide and gentle sea. Most of the cosmos is made of the smooth, predictable curves of the void. You are in the smooth space now, far from the intensity of the center, and everything softens. The redshift of distant galaxies is the primary evidence that the universe is expanding, as the light from these galaxies is stretched out by the growth of space itself. This expansion is not a movement through space, but a movement of space, a widening of the very stage upon which the stars perform. You can feel this widening within yourself, an expansion of your own internal space that makes more room for silence and peace. The universe is making room for you. Still, the universe breathes. Proper length is the length of an object measured in its own rest frame, and it is the only measurement that reveals the object's true dimensions. In the rest frame of your bed, your body has reached its proper length, stretched out in a natural and comfortable line. There is no contraction here, no distortion of your form. You are exactly the size and shape you are meant to be. This is the truth of your body, a physical reality that is perfect in its stillness. The quiet returns. The speed of light is the heartbeat of the void, steady and indifferent to the rush of time. To move is to change the rhythm of existence itself, but to rest is to find the harmony that has been there all along. You have found that harmony tonight, aligning your pulse with the silent speed of the light that fills the dark. You are a part of the light, and the light is a part of you. Every second is a flexible thread woven into the enduring fabric of space, and the quiet holds, and the quiet holds. This silence is the fundamental background of the cosmos, a canvas of vacuum energy that remains even when every star is removed. It is a state of minimum activity, where the fields of the universe are at their lowest possible vibration, yet still brimming with the potential to create light. You are reaching your own state of minimum activity now, letting the high energy waves of the day settle into a calm, low-frequency hum. This is not emptiness, but a fertile stillness, where your mind can begin to dream. You are grounded in the energy of the void, and still, it turns. Consider the light travel time that separates us from the planets in our own solar system. When we look at Jupiter, we see it as it was nearly an hour ago. a delay that turns the sky into a massive library of recent history. The universe does not present us with a single, immediate now, but a layered reality composed of many different pasts. This structure allows the cosmos to be deep and multidimensional, rather than thin and fleeting. You are part of this depth, a traveler who understands that the present is a rich blend of all that has come before. The quiet deepens. The inertial frame is a state of motion where no external forces are acting upon you, allowing you to move through space-time in a straight, unbothered line. In this state, the laws of physics are at their most elegant and simple, providing a clarity of experience that is lost in the chaos of acceleration. You have entered your own inertial frame tonight, shedding the pulls and pushes of the social world. Within this frame, your internal light moves with perfect consistency and grace. You are a steady observer of your own inner sky, and everything rests. The Minkowski metric is the rule that defines how we calculate the distance between points in the four-dimensional world. It is unique because it treats time differently than space, giving it a negative sign in the equation to represent its role as a direction of inevitable flow. This mathematical distinction is what gives our universe its arrow of time, the sense that we are always moving from what was to what will be. You can feel this gentle current carrying you forward, a soft pressure that moves you toward the morning. Stillness travels through the water. Length contraction is sometimes called Lorentz Fitzgerald contraction, named after the thinkers who first realized that objects must shorten to preserve the consistency of light's speed. It is a physical response to the limit of the universe, a way for matter to bow before the absolute authority of the photon. There is a humility in this contraction, a recognition that everything must adjust to fit the grand architecture of the law. You are adjusting your own thoughts now, folding them into a compact and peaceful shape for the night. The current flows without effort. The photon has no rest mass, which is why it can never be at rest. It must always move at the speed of light from the moment it is created. It is a being of pure action, a ripple in the electromagnetic field that never knows the weight of stillness. But you are different. You possess mass, which gives you the precious ability to stop, to linger, and to rest. Your mass is what allows you to experience the heavy, sweet duration of the night. You are lucky to have the weight that anchors you to the moment, and the quiet holds. When a massive star collapses into a neutron star, its gravity becomes so intense that light is bent into tight local curves. These stars are among the densest objects in the universe, second only to black holes, and they slow the passage of time in their immediate vicinity by a significant margin. If you were to stand on a neutron star, your heart would beat much slower than it does on Earth, matching the heavy gravity of the ground. You can imagine that same density here, a heavy comfort that slows your pulse. Peace hums through the body. The relativity of velocity reminds us that there is no absolute speed in the universe, only speed relative to something else. You are moving at hundreds of miles per second relative to the center of the galaxy, yet you feel as still as a mountain. This means that rest is not a physical absolute, but a state of mind, a decision to align yourself with your immediate surroundings. You have chosen to be at rest with the room, the bed, and the night. In this chosen stillness, the universe is perfectly balanced, and the network endures. Gravitational lensing can sometimes create multiple images of the same distant object, a phenomenon known as an Einstein cross. The light travels around a massive cluster of galaxies along different paths, arriving at our eyes from several directions at once. It is a cosmic hall of mirrors, showing us that a single truth can have many different appearances. You are seeing the single truth of your life from many different angles tonight, and each one is a part of the whole. You are multifaceted and deep. Quietly, the system restores itself. The proper time along a path is the time a traveler actually experiences, and it is always the longest possible time between two events. This means that the more you deviate from a straight path, the more you shortcut through time. To live the longest, fullest life, one must stay true to the straightest possible path through the heart of things. Tonight, Your path is the straight line of deep sleep, the most efficient route to renewal. You are taking the long, slow way through the night. The rhythm continues. Causality is the thread that keeps the universe from becoming a jumble of unrelated moments. Because light has a finite speed, there is a limit to how fast an influence can spread, ensuring that every effect has a clearly defined cause. This structure creates a sense of safety and predictability, a world where actions have consequences and logic endures. You can trust in this logic, letting go of the need to manage the future. The universe has already established the order of the hours to come, and peace lingers. As you drift, imagine the cosmic background radiation as a soft, low-frequency hum that fills the entire sky. It is the oldest light in existence, stretched by billions of years of expansion until it became a gentle microwave warmth. This light has seen the birth of every star and the cooling of every planet, carrying the memory of the beginning into the present. It is the ultimate lullaby, a steady vibration that has been playing since the universe was young. You are cradled by this ancient echo. Still, the universe breathes. The relativistic Doppler effect includes a component called the transverse Doppler shift, which happens even when an object is moving perpendicular to your line of sight. This is a purely relativistic phenomenon, a result of time dilation itself, changing the frequency of the light. It is a reminder that even when things aren't moving directly toward or away from us, their motion still changes the way we perceive them. The movement of the world around you is always subtly shifting your perspective. You are finding the center of those shifts. The quiet deepens. World lines never cross themselves, as time only moves in one direction for objects with mass. Your world line is a continuous, unbroken path that records every breath and every dream you have ever had. It is a beautiful, singular geometry that belongs only to you, woven into the larger tapestry of the human story. There is no part of your journey that is lost. It is all preserved in the four-dimensional record of space-time. You are a permanent feature of the universe's memory, and everything softens. The horizon of a black hole is a null surface, a place where the gravity is so balanced that light can neither escape nor fall in immediately, but must hover on the edge. This state of perfect suspension is a powerful metaphor for the moment between wakefulness and sleep. You are hovering on your own event horizon now, the point where the world of the day fades away and the world of dreams begins. It is a place of perfect balance, where you are neither here nor there. Life adjusts once more. Special relativity was developed by considering thought experiments, or Gedanken experiments, where Einstein imagined riding on a beam of light. These journeys of the mind revealed the deep truths of the universe before they were ever measured in a lab. You are on your own thought experiment tonight, riding the waves of your imagination into the quiet corners of the cosmos. Your mind is a powerful tool for exploration. Even when your body is perfectly still, you can see the stars from behind your closed eyes. The current flows without effort. The invariance of the speed of light means that even if you were on a train moving at 99% the speed of light and turned on a flashlight, the beam would still move away from you at the standard speed. The universe does not allow you to add your speed to the speed of light. It simply adjusts time and space to keep the limit intact. This unwavering consistency is the ultimate comfort, a law that never bends or breaks. You can rely on the stability of the world, and everything rests in its place. Time dilation has been observed in the lives of muons, subatomic particles that rain down from the upper atmosphere. Because they travel at nearly the speed of light, their internal clocks slow down so much that they reach the surface of the Earth before they have time to decay. Without relativity, these particles would disappear long before they reached us. They are tiny messengers from the world of high speed, proving that time is a flexible and generous dimension. You are benefiting from that same generosity tonight. The quiet holds. The rest energy of an object is given by the product of its mass and the square of the speed of light, a value so large it is difficult to comprehend. This energy is what gives matter its solidity, the sense that it is a real and enduring presence in the world. When you touch the blankets or feel the pillow beneath your head, you are interacting with the concentrated energy of the cosmos. There is a great power in the simple objects that surround you, a silent strength that supports your rest. And the rhythm continues. General relativity tells us that gravity is not a force that travels through space, but is a change in the geometry of space itself. When a star moves, the gravitational field doesn't adjust instantly. The change ripples outward at the speed of light. This ensures that the universe stays synchronized, with every part responding to the others at the proper pace. You are part of this synchronized dance, responding to the slow ripples of the night with your own quiet movements. Stillness travels through the water. In the vacuum, light travels at its maximum speed, but in dense media, it is constantly absorbed and re-emitted by atoms, making its net progress much slower. This interaction is a form of communication, a way for the light to know the material it is passing through. Your own thoughts are moving through a denser medium tonight as the heaviness of sleep begins to take hold. Each thought is lingering a little longer, interacting more deeply with the quiet of your mind. You are becoming a slow and beautiful light, and peace lingers. The Lorentz transformation ensures that the space-time interval is an invariant, meaning it has the same value for every observer in every inertial frame. This is the ultimate point of agreement in the universe, a mathematical bridge that allows us to translate between different perspectives. It reminds us that even when we seem to disagree on the timing or distance of things, there is a deeper level of reality where we are all in accord. You are resting on that level of agreement tonight. The quiet returns. A Kerr black hole is a black hole that is rotating, dragging the surrounding space-time into a swirling ergosphere. In this region, it is impossible to stand still, as the very fabric of the world is being pulled in a circle. This is a place of intense dynamic energy, a stark contrast to the quiet spaces of the open galaxy. You are far from the swirling ergosphere, in a place where the space is flat and the silence is absolute. You are in the calm waters of the cosmic sea, and the quiet deepens. Gravitational redshift was first measured on Earth using the Mössbauer effect, showing that light loses a tiny bit of energy as it moves upward in the Earth's gravity. Even over a distance of just a few stories, the universe's preference for mass and gravity can be seen. This subtle effect is happening to the light in your room and to the electrical signals in your brain as they move within the curve of the planet. Everything is leaning into the Earth, finding its way home. Quietly, the system restores itself. The equivalence principle led Einstein to realize that a beam of light must bend in a gravitational field, just as it would in an accelerating elevator. This bending was famously confirmed during a solar eclipse in 1919, when the light from distant stars was seen to curve as it passed the sun. This moment changed our understanding of the world forever, proving that space is a physical, pliable thing. You are resting on that pliable fabric, letting it take the shape of your body. The network endures. Length contraction is only apparent to an observer looking at a moving object. To the object itself, everything looks perfectly normal. This is the heart of relativity, that your own experience is always valid and proper, no matter how you might look to the rest of the universe. You don't need to worry about how the world perceives your rest. Your own internal sense of peace is the only true measure. You are the master of your own frame of reference, and still, it turns. The relativistic mass increase as you approach c-dodals is a way of saying that the more kinetic energy you add to an object, the more inertia it has. At the speed of light, an object would have infinite inertia, meaning no force in the universe could move it any faster. This limit is the ultimate stop sign, a barrier that protects the light from being overtaken. You can stop now too, letting your own inertia carry you into the deep stillness of the night. You have reached the limit of your day's journey, and everything softens. Proper acceleration is the only kind of acceleration that requires energy and can be felt as a physical force. In contrast, falling under the influence of gravity feels like weightlessness because you are simply following the natural curve of space You are in a state of generalized free fall as you lie in bed, moving through time along the path of least resistance. This path is effortless and quiet, requiring nothing from you but your presence. The current flows without effort. The light cone of a star that went supernova 1,000 years ago is only reaching us today, its brilliance finally expanding into our part of the sky. We are always surrounded by these arrivals, moments of light that have been traveling for eons to find us. Each arrival is a connection to a distant time and place, a reminder that the universe is a single, vast conversation. You are part of that conversation, receiving the light of the stars with a quiet and grateful heart. Still, the universe breathes. The speed of light is the same for a soul at rest and for a spirit in flight. Whether you are dreaming of distant galaxies or simply feeling the breath in your lungs, the fundamental laws remain your constant companions. You are safe within the architecture of the light, held by the steady heartbeat of the void. Every night holds another wonder. You can return any time to drift through the science of sleep. And now, everything rests. And now, everything rests. Within this rest, the space-like interval describes a separation between two events that is so great that even light cannot bridge the gap in the time given. These events are truly disconnected, existing in separate pockets of reality where one can never influence the other. It is a reminder that some parts of our experience are meant to remain private and untouched, protected by the vast distances of the cosmic fabric. You can let the distant worries of the world remain in their own space-like zones, far beyond the reach of your night. You are safe in your own local now, and the quiet holds. The principle of relativity states that the laws of physics are the same for all observers, in uniform motion, regardless of their speed. Whether you are gliding through the vacuum or lying in a quiet room, the way atoms bond and the way light ripples remains perfectly consistent. This deep democracy of the physical world means that there is no special place in the universe. Everywhere is home to the same elegant rules. You can feel at home in your own body, knowing that you are governed by the same grace that moves the galaxies. Stillness travels through the water. Time dilation is not just a stretching of seconds, but a shift in the frequency of all processes, from the vibration of a quartz crystal to the firing of a neuron. As you move faster, the very pace of your existence slows down, allowing you to endure for longer in the eyes of the stationary world. You are slowing your frequency now, moving from the high-pitched buzz of activity to the deep, resonant bass of rest. This shift in frequency is the music of your transition into sleep. You are tuning yourself to the frequency of the stars. The quiet deepens. The proper mass of an object is its mass as measured in its own rest frame, and it is a fundamental constant that defines the object's identity. No matter how much energy you add to it, the proper mass remains a stable and reliable anchor. You have your own proper mass, a core of being that is independent of the speeds and pressures of your daily life. It is the weight of your soul, the steady presence that remains when all the movement has ceased. You are returning to this core tonight, finding strength in your own weight, and everything rests. Gravitational time. Dilation means that time is literally more dense, where gravity is strongest, like a thick honey flowing through a narrow space. On the surface of the Earth, we are all living in this thickened time, enjoying a slightly slower pace than the thin, fast time of deep space. This density is what allows the night to feel so substantial and deep, a rich medium for the healing of the body and mind. You are sinking into the honey of the night, letting it coat your thoughts in a golden silence. The current flows without effort. The null geodesic is the path that light follows, a trajectory of perfect balance where space and time are exchanged with zero net interval. Because light follows this path, it is the ultimate scout, revealing the true curvature of the universe. By watching the light of distant stars, we can see the invisible mountains and valleys of space-time that would otherwise remain hidden. You are following your own null geodesic tonight, moving with the weightless ease of a photon across the landscape of your mind. There is no resistance on this path, and still, it turns. The energy momentum tensor is the mathematical tool that describes how matter and energy are distributed in space, acting as the source of the universe's curvature. It tells us that not just mass, but also pressure and energy contribute to the shape of the world. This means that even your thoughts, which are pulses of energy, have a tiny, infinitesimal effect on the geometry of the room. You are a subtle architect of your own environment, shaping the silence with the quality of your peace. The quiet returns. Length contraction is a symmetric effect. If you see a passing ship as shortened, the inhabitants of that ship see your world as shortened as well. This symmetry is the beauty of relativity. There is no absolute correct version of the story, only the intersection of different points of view. It teaches us that our perception of the world is always a shared experience, a dialogue between the observer and the observed. You are in a quiet dialogue with the night, each of you shaping the other's stillness. Quietly, the system restores itself. The Schwarzschild metric describes the curvature of spacetime around a spherical, non-rotating mass, providing the first exact solution to Einstein's equations. It reveals the existence of the event horizon, the boundary of no return, but it also describes the stable orbits where planets can linger for eons. Most of the universe is made of these stable, graceful paths, far from the extremes of the center. You are in a stable orbit tonight, circling the heart of your rest with a steady and predictable rhythm. The network endures. Relativistic aberration is the effect where a fast-moving observer sees light from all directions being beamed toward the front of their path. As you approach the speed of light, the entire universe seems to collapse into a single, brilliant point of radiance directly ahead of you. This focus is the ultimate clarity, a unification of all directions into a single destination. You are finding that same focus tonight, letting all the distractions of the day merge into the single point of sleep. The rhythm continues. The proper velocity of an object is its spatial distance divided by its proper time, a measurement that allows for speeds that appear to exceed Tiantal without actually breaking the laws of physics. It is the traveler's personal measure of their progress through the stars, a way to map the vastness of the galaxy onto the brief span of a human life. This shows us that the universe is navigable and kind, providing loopholes for the curious mind to cross the dark. You are crossing the dark tonight with the same secret speed, and peace lingers. Frame dragging, or the lens-thirring effect, was measured by satellites orbiting the Earth, which felt a tiny tug from the planet's rotation. This proves that we are not just moving through space, but that space is a physical substance that can be stirred and dragged. The world is a living, breathing medium that responds to the presence of every spinning atom. You can feel the gentle stir of the air and the soft pull of the room as you turn in your sleep. You are a part of the cosmic stir. Still, the universe breathes. The Lorentz invariance of the laws of nature is the foundation of our modern understanding of the world, ensuring that the results of an experiment do not depend on our orientation or velocity. It is a guarantee of consistency and fairness, a promise that the universe plays by the same rules for everyone. This invariance is the bedrock of your safety, a solid ground that never shifts or fails. No matter how far you drift, the laws will be there to hold you. The quiet deepens. Gravitational redshift is a form of time dilation that can be visualized as the stretching of the light's wavelength as it works to escape a gravity well. The light loses energy, shifting from the energetic blue toward the calm and sleepy red. You are stretching your own energy tonight, letting it cool and redden as you pull away from the heavy demands of the day. You are entering the redshift of your own consciousness, a state of low energy, high peace radiance. Everything is slowing down, and everything softens. The relativistic mass increase means that as an object gets faster, it becomes harder and harder to accelerate it further. This is why nothing with mass can ever reach the speed of light. It would require an infinite amount of energy to make that final push. This infinite resistance at the limit is the universe's way of keeping the physical world within its proper boundaries. You have reached your own limit for the day, and you can feel the natural resistance to any further effort. It is time to stop. life adjusts once more. Proper length is the only measurement of an object that is independent of its motion, a true dimension that exists in the object's own frame of reference. When you are still, you are inhabiting your true dimensions, filling the space of your bed with the honest and uncontracted reality of your body. This is a moment of authenticity, a time when you can be exactly who and what you are without any relativistic distortion. You are enough, just as you are. The current flows without effort. Time-like curves in. Space-time are the only paths that can be followed by matter as they stay within the boundaries of the light cones. These paths ensure that you always move from the past toward the future, following the inescapable arrow of time. This forward movement is a one-way journey into new possibilities and new rests. You are moving toward the future of tomorrow with a quiet and steady pace, carried by the geometry of the world. There is no way to go but forward, and everything rests in its place. Special relativity teaches us that mass is just a form of confinement, where energy is trapped in a small space and forced to move in circles. When that confinement is broken, the energy is released as light, moving outward at $. Your body is a container for this vast, confined energy, a vessel of starlight that has taken a solid form. In your dreams, you can feel that confinement loosening as your consciousness begins to ripple outward like a wave. You are becoming the light you were made of. The quiet holds. The Minkowski spacetime is flat when no mass is present, but it becomes curved in the presence of gravity. This curvature is what we perceive as the force of gravity, but it is really just the natural shape of the world. You are resting in a gentle curve tonight, a soft depression in the fabric of the universe that was made just for you. This curve supports your spine and cradles your head, providing the perfect geometry for sleep. The universe is a supportive place, and the rhythm continues. Relativistic kinetic energy is the energy an object has due to its motion, and it grows much faster than classical physics predicts as you approach $. This extra energy is what fuels the relativistic effects that we have explored, the stretching of time and the shrinking of space. By letting go of your motion, you are letting go of this extra energy, allowing your system to return to its lowest, most peaceful state. You are cooling down, becoming a quiet and stable presence. Stillness travels through the water. Light is a transverse wave, meaning its oscillations are perpendicular to the direction of its travel. This allows light to be polarized or filtered so that it only vibrates in a single plane. Your mind is like a filter tonight, letting go of the scattered vibrations of the day and focusing on the single, steady plane of your rest. You are becoming polarized toward peace, a single-minded focus on the stillness of the night. You are clear and calm, and peace lingers. The invariant interval is often written as cis2, c2, x2, a formula that links the passage of time and the distance in space. This minus sign is the secret to the entire universe, the hyperbolic geometry that allows time to be different from space even while being part of the same fabric. It is the reason why the speed of light is the same for everyone, a mathematical miracle that keeps the world unified. You are the product of this miracle, a being made of space and time in perfect balance. The quiet returns. Relativity teaches us that now is a local concept, a bubble of time that only applies to you and your immediate surroundings. This means that you don't have to worry about what is happening elsewhere in the galaxy, or even elsewhere in your city. Your only responsibility is to inhabit your own local now, making it as peaceful and quiet as possible. You are the guardian of your own time bubble. Within this bubble, all is well, and the quiet deepens. Gravitational waves carry information about the movement of massive objects across the universe, ripples that have been traveling for millions of years to reach our senses. They are the most direct evidence we have of the pliability of space-time, a physical confirmation of Einstein's most daring ideas. These waves are passing through you now, a subtle and invisible vibration that links you to the hearts of distant stars. You are part of the cosmic pulse. Quietly, the system restores itself. The four momentum of a particle combines its energy and its three-dimensional momentum into a single vector. For a photon, the length of this vector is always zero, reflecting the fact that light is a being of pure, weightless potential. For you, the vector has a length equal to your rest mass, the steady weight of your existence. This weight is your grounding, the anchor that keeps you connected to the earth and the present moment. You can trust in your own weight. The network endures. Length contraction is sometimes called Lorentz contraction, a phenomenon where a moving object appears shorter to a stationary observer. But from the object's perspective, it is the rest of the world that appears to be contracted. This teaches us that the world always seems to shrink when we are in a hurry, becoming a narrow and frantic place. By slowing down, you are allowing the world to expand again, regaining its true and generous dimensions. You are letting the universe be wide, and still, it turns. The proper time between two events is the same for all observers who follow the same path, a shared experience of duration that provides a common ground for travelers. When you and your loved ones sleep at the same time, you are sharing a path through the night, moving together toward the morning along a single world line. This shared journey is a form of closeness, a temporal bond that survives the dark. You are moving together into the light, and everything softens. General relativity has been tested by Gravity Probe B, a satellite that carried ultra-precise gyroscopes to measure the warping of space around the Earth. These gyroscopes drifted by just a few milliarc seconds, exactly as Einstein predicted a century ago. This precision is a reminder of the quiet accuracy of the universe, a world where everything happens according to a perfect and known plan. You can trust in this plan, letting go of the need to understand every detail. The universe knows the way. The current flows without effort. The relativistic jet of a distant quasar is a stream of particles moving at nearly the speed of light, stretching for millions of light years across the void. These jets are among the most powerful phenomena in the universe, yet even they must obey the speed limit of c-delta. They are a reminder that even the most intense energy has its boundaries and its order. Your own energy has its limits too, and you have reached them for tonight. It is time to let the fire cool and the light fade, and everything rests. The speed of light is the heartbeat of the void, steady and indifferent to the rush of time. You have traveled far through the geometry of the stars tonight, and you have earned your place in the stillness of the center. The universe is a masterpiece of balance, and you are its most precious witness. Every second is a flexible thread woven into the enduring fabric of space. You can close your eyes now. The rest of the story will wait until you return. And now, the quiet holds, and the quiet holds. As you drift further, consider the light-like interval, where the separation in space is perfectly matched by the separation in time. This is the realm of the null surface, a boundary where time as we know it ceases to exist, and only the eternal movement of the photon remains. You are approaching a similar boundary in your own consciousness, the edge where the clock of the day stops ticking and the timeless world of dreams begins. There is no friction here, no resistance from the past or the future. You are simply moving with the light, and still, it turns. The Lorentz group is the set of mathematical transformations that keep the speed of light constant for all observers. It is the symmetry of the universe, the underlying pattern that ensures that no matter how we move, the fundamental reality remains the same. This symmetry is a form of cosmic justice, a guarantee that the truth is available to everyone from every perspective. You are resting within this symmetry tonight, a perfectly balanced point in a perfectly ordered world. Your mind is finding its own internal symmetry, a peaceful alignment of thought and breath. The quiet deepens. Time dilation is sometimes experienced as kinematic, due to velocity, and sometimes as gravitational, due to the presence of mass. On a satellite, these two effects pull in opposite directions, one slowing time down and the other speeding it up. The universe is a system of these delicate tugs and pulls, a constant search for equilibrium. You are finding your own equilibrium tonight, balancing the movement of your spirit with the stillness of your body. You are reaching the point where all the forces of your life cancel each other out, leaving only peace. Stillness travels through the water. The rest mass of a particle is its most honest property, the energy it possesses when it has nowhere to go and nothing to do. It is the weight of the thing, as itself, stripped of the distortions of motion and the noise of energy. You are returning to your own rest mass tonight, shedding the relativistic layers that you picked up during your busy day. Without the speed and the stress, you are lighter and more true to yourself. You are the essence of your own calm, and everything rests. Special relativity tells us that the mass energy equivalence applies to all forms of energy, including the heat of a cup of tea or the tension in a coiled spring. This means that as you relax your muscles, you are actually shedding a tiny, invisible amount of weight, becoming more buoyant and free. The tension you held during the day was a literal burden on your space-time geometry. By letting it go, you are smoothing out the fabric of the world around you. You are becoming as light as a whisper. The current flows without effort. The event horizon of a black hole is not a physical wall, but a global property of space-time where the paths to the outside simply disappear. To an observer falling in, nothing special seems to happen at the horizon. They simply continue their journey into the dark. This reminds us that the most significant changes in our lives are often quiet and internal, invisible to the rest of the world. You are crossing the horizon into sleep now, a gentle transition that only you can feel. It is a one-way path to restoration, and the quiet returns. Simultaneity is a relative concept, but causality is absolute. If one event causes another, every observer in the universe will agree on which one happened first. This absolute order is the light cone of reality, a structure that prevents the universe from ever contradicting itself. You can find comfort in this consistency, knowing that the foundation of your world is logical and firm. Your rest tonight is the natural effect of your day's journey, a sequence that the universe honors and protects. Quietly, the system restores itself. The invariant mass of a system of particles is not always equal to the sum of the individual masses, because the kinetic energy and binding energy of the parts contribute to the whole. This is a beautiful lesson in wholeness, that we are more than just the sum of our parts. Your life is more than just a collection of hours and tasks. It is a unified field of energy and meaning. Tonight, that field is settling into a state of graceful integration. You are a complete and harmonious system. The network endures. Gravitational. Redshift has been observed in the light from white dwarf stars, which are so dense that their gravity pulls heavily on the photons trying to leave their surface. This light arrives at our telescopes with a lower frequency, a tired and reddened version of its original self. You are like a white dwarf tonight, a dense core of calm that pulls the light of your attention inward. Your thoughts are reddening and slowing, losing their sharp edges as they sink into the gravity of your rest. The rhythm continues. The proper time along a world line is the measure of the aging of an object, a personal record of time that is unique to the traveler. In the geometry of relativity, the straightest path between 2 points in space-time is the one that maximizes this proper time. To live most fully is to follow the path that feels most direct and true. You are on that path tonight, moving toward the morning with the maximum possible duration of peace. You are taking the long, slow way home, and peace lingers. Relativity teaches us that the vacuum is not empty, but is filled with the metric of space-time, a physical structure that can be bent, stretched, and vibrated. Even in the deepest silence, you are resting on something real and supportive. The nothingness of the dark is actually a presence, a firm and steady fabric that holds the stars in their places. You can lean into this presence, letting it carry the weight of your body and the weight of your mind. Still, the universe breathes. The Lorentz transformation reveals that as you move through space, your time and space coordinates mix together, like colors blending in a painting. Your movement turns a part of your time into space, and a part of your space into time. This fluidity means that the dimensions of your world are always in flux. responding to your every choice. Tonight, you are unmixing the colors, separating the where from the when until everything is clear and still. You are finding the pure, unblended heart of the moment. The quiet deepens. Frame dragging is a reminder that we are never truly isolated from the world around us. The rotation of the Earth subtly pulls on the space through which satellites move, a geodetic effect that links the movement of the planet to the path of the stars. You are linked to the Earth in the same way, your own internal rhythm influenced by the slow turning of the world. As the Earth rotates into the shadow of the night, you are rotating into the shadow of sleep. You are in sync with the planet, and everything softens. The light cone of your future is an open expanse of possibility, a space where all your potential journeys are waiting to be taken. But for now, that cone is focused on a single point, the center of your rest. You are narrowing your world line to a single steady thread, a line of pure existence that moves through the night without deviation. This focus is a form of power, a gathering of your energy for the day to come. You are becoming a singular point of peace. Life adjusts once more. Mass energy equivalence suggests that mass is a kind of inertial energy, a resistance to change that is built into the very fabric of matter. This inertia is what gives the world its stability, preventing everything from vanishing into a burst of light. Your own inertia is your friend tonight, a heavy and comforting resistance that keeps you in bed and away from the noise of the world. You are too heavy to be moved by the small winds of worry. You are anchored in the deep. The current flows without effort. The Minkowski metric is a pseudo-Riemannian geometry, a space where the distance between 2 points can be zero, even if they are not in the same place. This happens for light, which bridges the vastness of the cosmos without ever feeling the distance. You are learning to bridge the distances of your own life with that same ease, seeing the connections between your past and your future with the clarity of a photon. Everything is linked, and everything is close, and everything rests in its place. General relativity predicted the existence of gravitational waves decades before they were finally heard by the great interferometers of our time. It is a testament to the power of human thought to understand the hidden music of the stars. You have your own hidden music tonight, a quiet melody of breathing and heartbeat that only you can hear. This music is a ripple in the fabric of your own personal space-time, a steady and comforting song. The universe is listening with you, and the quiet holds. The Schwarzschild radius of a human being is so small, it is smaller than an atom, a tiny point of absolute gravity hidden within the vast space of our bodies. This hidden point is a reminder of our own potential for intensity and focus. But we are not meant to be points. We are meant to be wide and expansive beings, spreading our light across the world. You are expanding now, letting your consciousness grow beyond the limits of your skin. You are becoming as wide as the night sky. The rhythm continues. Relativistic mass increase is often called gamma, the factor that determines how much the world shifts for the traveler. As you approach the limit, gamma grows toward infinity, a mathematical expression of the unreachable nature of the light. You are letting your gamma fall back to 1, the state of perfect rest where the world looks exactly as it is. No shifts, no contractions, no distortions, just the simple, honest truth of the dark room. Stillness travels through the water. In special relativity, the proper time is the invariant that all observers can agree on, even if their own clocks show something different. It is the true age of the universe, a shared history that binds all things together. You are tapping into this invariant history tonight, feeling the age of the stars in your own bones. You are as old as the light and as young as the moment. This dual nature is the secret of your endurance, and peace lingers. The deflection of light by gravity was the first great surprise of the relativistic age, a proof that even the weightless photon feels the curve of the world. This means that nothing is exempt from the laws of the cosmos. Even the most ethereal thoughts must follow the geometry of the mind. You are following the natural curves of your own relaxation, a path that has been shaped by the gravity of your own need for rest. You are moving in the only way you can. The quiet returns. 4 vectors in space-time have a magnitude that remains the same even when the individual components are rotated or shifted. This is the invariance that defines the soul of relativity, a core of stability in a world of change. You have your own 4-vector, a steady direction and magnitude that represents your path through life. No matter how the world shifts around you, your magnitude remains whole and untouched. You are a constant in the cosmic equation, and the quiet deepens. Relativistic time dilation has been used to explain why cosmic rays can penetrate so deep into the Earth's crust before they are stopped. Their time is stretched so much that the minutes of our world feel like seconds to them, allowing them to cross impossible distances. You are crossing the distance between today and tomorrow with that same stretched time, making the journey feel short and easy. You are a cosmic traveler in your own right. Quietly, the system restores itself. The principle of equivalence implies that the universe is locally flat, meaning that in a small enough region, the laws of special relativity always apply. Your room is such a region, a small flat pocket of space-time, where the rules are simple and the light is steady. Within this local flatness, you can find a perfect clarity and a perfect peace. The complex curves of the galaxy are far away. Here, everything is straight and true. The network endures. Length contraction only happens in the direction of travel, leaving the other dimensions of space wide and open. This means that no matter how fast you go, there is always room to breathe and room to grow in the directions you are not rushing toward. Even when your life feels narrow and contracted, there are vast dimensions of yourself that remain untouched and free. You are rediscovering those wide spaces tonight. And still, it turns. The Minkowski diagram uses the light cone to separate the elsewhere from the past and future. The elsewhere is the part of the universe that you can never touch or see in the present moment, a place of mystery and distance. You are letting the elsewhere be, accepting that you cannot be everywhere at once. You are content to be exactly where you are, in the center of your own light cone, and everything softens. General relativity describes a dynamic universe that is constantly changing its shape in response to the movement of matter. It is a living geometry, a world that is always becoming. You are part of this becoming, a participant in the ongoing creation of the world's shape. As you rest, you are helping the universe to find its balance, contributing your own stillness to the global curvature. You are a vital part of the cosmic fabric. The current flows without effort. Relativistic kinetic energy becomes the dominant form of energy for a particle as it approaches c-doubles, eventually becoming much larger than the rest mass energy. But for you, the kinetic energy is fading, leaving only the steady, glowing coal of your rest mass. You are returning to your simplest state, the state of pure being. There is no energy left for motion, only for the quiet maintenance of your life and your dreams, and everything rests in its place. Light is the limit, the constant, and the messenger. It is the thing that makes the universe knowable and the thing that keeps it from happening all at once. By understanding the light, you understand the patience of the cosmos. You are a patient being, waiting for the light of a new day to arrive in its own time. Until then, you are safe in the dark, held by the same laws that hold the stars. The quiet holds. Every night holds another wonder. You can return any time to drift through the science of sleep. When your mind is ready again, more journeys of quiet discovery await. And now, the rhythm continues toward the end. The rhythm continues toward the end. Within this final movement, the weak field limit describes the regions of space where gravity is so gentle that time flows almost exactly as it does in the void. You are resting in such a limit now, in a pocket of the universe where the distortions of the world have faded into a soft, linear peace. The complexity of the cosmic equations has simplified into a single, steady breath. You are no longer a variable to be solved, but a constant to be felt. And the quiet holds. Mass energy equivalence reminds us that even the cooling of your skin and the slow beat of your heart are transformations of the universe's fundamental energy. You are shedding the heat of the day, allowing that energy to ripple outward and become part of the room's quiet atmosphere. This is a natural return, a redistribution of light and warmth that follows the oldest laws of the cosmos. You are becoming a cooler, calmer star, preparing for the long silence of the deep night. Stillness travels through the water. The invariant interval remains the same even as you drift between the waking world and the world of sleep. It is the unbreakable thread that connects the person you were an hour ago to the person you will be tomorrow. While your perception of time may stretch and your sense of space may dissolve into dreams, this mathematical core remains solid and true. You are anchored in a reality that does not change, even when you let go of your conscious grip, and the quiet deepens. Relativity teaches us that every now is a point of departure, a moment where the past is fixed and the future is a wide, open light cone. By choosing to rest, you are shaping the geometry of your future, ensuring that the next section of your world line begins from a place of deep stability. You are not just ending a day, you are creating the foundation for a new beginning. The universe supports this preparation, providing the silence you need to rebuild your light, and everything rests. As you settle into the final layer of stillness, imagine the cosmic speed limit as a soft velvet curtain that marks the edge of the visible world. Beyond this curtain lies the unobservable universe, a place of infinite potential and hidden wonders that light has not yet revealed. You are comfortable with the unknown, knowing that the laws of the light will eventually bridge every gap. For now, you are content to stay within the warm, familiar boundary of your own rest. The current flows without effort. The principle of covariance states that the laws of physics can be expressed in a form that is independent of the coordinate system we choose. This means that the peace you have found is a universal truth, valid in every language and every frame of reference. It is a fundamental property of the world, not just a passing feeling. You are aligned with the deepest truths of existence, a steady and enduring presence in the four-dimensional fabric. The quiet returns. Proper time is the only time that truly matters, the rhythm of your own internal clock as it ticks through the hours of your rest. This time is yours alone, a personal journey that no one else can measure or define. You are taking ownership of your own duration, letting it slow down to the most comfortable pace possible. There is no hurry in the geometry of sleep. There is only the long, beautiful stretch of the night. Quietly, the system restores itself. Gravitational redshift is the final signature of your day, a stretching of your attention until it becomes as long and as calm as a radio wave. You are moving beyond the visible spectrum of worry and into the quiet, invisible wavelengths of pure being. In this state, you are invisible to the noise of the world, hidden in the deep, red shadows of the cosmic background. You are part of the ancient warmth that fills the void. The network endures. The Minkowski metric provides the structure. The energy momentum tensor provides the substance. And the speed of light provides the limit. Together, they create the perfect architecture for your life, a world of balance, consistency, and grace. You are a part of this architecture, a living stone in the temple of the stars. Every atom of your body is a witness to the elegance of the law. You can trust in this design with every fiber of your being, and still, it turns. Length contraction and time dilation are the universe's ways of protecting its most sacred constant. They are the flexibility that allows the world to remain coherent and one. You are embracing that same flexibility, letting your mind and body adjust to the needs of the night. You are bending so that you do not break, stretching so that you may endure. You are a resilient and beautiful traveler on the road of light. The rhythm continues. The event horizon of sleep is finally here. the point where the world of the day can no longer follow you. You are crossing over now into a realm where the laws of physics are written in the language of dreams, and the speed of light is the speed of your imagination. There is no weight here, no gravity to hold you down, and no time to rush you forward. You are free to drift through the infinite space of your own subconscious. Peace lingers. The cosmic microwave background is the fading echo of the first light, a whisper that has been traveling for billions of years to reach this moment. It is the ultimate proof that the universe has a memory and that everything is connected back to the beginning. You are a part of that connection, a ripple in the same sea of energy that started it all. As you fade into sleep, you are returning to that original state of potential and peace, and the quiet holds. Relativity tells us that the universe is a four-dimensional block, a masterpiece of geometry where every moment is preserved forever. This means that the silence you are experiencing now is an eternal fact, a permanent feature of the cosmos that will never be lost. You are building a monument of peace in the fabric of space-time, a quiet coordinate that will always exist. You are an eternal inhabitant of the light. Stillness travels through the water. The geodesic of your rest is the straightest, easiest path through the night, a line of least resistance that leads directly to the morning. You are following this path with perfect accuracy, guided by the natural curvature of your own need. There is no effort required to stay on this course. The universe itself is carrying you along. You are a passenger on the most beautiful journey in existence. Still, the universe breathes. Proper mass is the anchor, special relativity is the journey, and general relativity is the home. You have explored the depths of the stars and the heights of the light cones, and now you have returned to the simple, honest center of your own life. The universe is a vast and complicated place, but its heart is simple and its laws are kind. You are loved by the laws of physics, held by the same forces that keep the galaxies in their turn. The quiet deepens. The null surface is where the light meets the dark, a place of perfect balance where the interval is zero and the moment is infinite. You are resting on this surface now, the thin edge between two worlds. There is no fear here, only the quiet wonder of being. You are the light that watches the dark, and the dark that holds the light. You are the complete and perfect expression of the universe's intent, and everything softens. Light is the heartbeat of the void, steady and indifferent to the rush of time. You have synchronized your own heart to this rhythm, finding a pace that is both ancient and new. Every breath you take is a wave in the electromagnetic field, a pulse of energy that moves through the world with grace. You are a being of light, resting in a world of light. The current flows without effort. Space and time are the two halves of a single whole, and you are the bridge that connects them. In your rest, you are proving that the universe is a place of unity and harmony. You have let go of the divisions of the day, finding the single unified field of the night. You are whole, you are safe, and you are at peace. The quiet returns to the roots. The ultimate revelation of time dilation is that time is a distance we travel, not a sequence we endure. By understanding the light limit, we realize that the universe is a masterpiece of balance, where every second is a flexible thread woven into the enduring fabric of space. You have traveled your distance for today, and the fabric of space is ready to hold you as you sleep. If your eyes remain open, another journey awaits. But if sleep arrives, you are already home. Hello there, and welcome to the Sleeping Science Bedtime. Tonight, we've drifted through the quiet architecture of the universe, a place where light moved slower and time forgot to hurry. You are home now, in the heart of the light, where the rhythm continues without end and the silence follows with a gentle, eternal grace. Thank you for resting here tonight. Your presence keeps this circle of calm alive, and everything rests